Close your eyes for a moment and picture a world free from the constant hum of notifications, buzzing messages, and flashing screens. A world where silence reigns, and every spoken word holds weight and intention. This is not some distant, forgotten past. It's a philosophy deeply rooted in Stoic thought that urges us to seek depth over distraction, presence over pixels. Imagine living in a world where the strength of our relationships isn't measured by the frequency of our texts, but by the quality of our face-to-face conversations. What if I told you that the very fabric of true human connection is slowly unraveling in the face of the digital surge? In this age, known by some as the digital dark age, we find ourselves communicating more, yet connecting less. The Stoics would reject this age of noise. They would seek a return to authenticity, to face-to-face interactions where words are not merely spoken but felt. In a world dominated by the convenience of emails, texts, and virtual meetings, Stoic wisdom offers a powerful alternative. It teaches us that true communication is a human experience, one that cannot be digitized. But why would the Stoics resist the allure of the digital world? Why would they choose face-to-face conversations over the cold glow of a screen? Let's journey through the wisdom of Stoicism and explore 10 compelling reasons why face-to-face communication remains superior in fostering human connection, especially in this modern digital dark age. The world of Stoicism, with its foundation in resilience, simplicity, and deep introspection, stands in stark contrast to the digital noise that floods our lives today. Stoicism teaches us to value what is real, what is tangible, and what stands the test of time. Face-to-face communication, with its richness of nonverbal cues, immediate feedback, and emotional depth, epitomizes these timeless values. The rise of digital communication, emails, texts, social media, has revolutionized how we connect, but at what cost? The Stoics would argue that we've lost something precious. We've sacrificed depth for convenience, understanding for speed, and true presence for fleeting virtual connections. They would have seen the rapid proliferation of digital mediums not as progress, but as a barrier to genuine human connection. For the Stoics, communication was not just about transferring information. It was about the connection between souls, the exchange of ideas with presence, trust, and sincerity. And they would remind us that in-person communication offers a depth that no app, email, or message can ever replicate. It's in the warmth of a handshake, the sparkle in someone's eyes, the way they lean forward when deeply engaged. These are the nuances that make human interactions rich and meaningful. But why should we care? Why is it so important to return to face-to-face conversations, especially in an age where digital communication is so prevalent? The answer lies in the core of who we are as human beings. As social creatures, our minds and hearts crave connection that transcends the limitations of text and screens. The Stoics were masters of observing the world around them. They understood that much of what is communicated is not through words, but through gestures, postures, and facial expressions. Nonverbal cues, those subtle shifts in body language, the way someone crosses their arms or raises an eyebrow, speak volumes. And it's these unspoken signals that are entirely lost in the cold, flat text of digital communication. Think about the last time you misinterpreted a text or email. Perhaps you thought someone was angry when they were simply being brief. Or maybe a joke fell flat because the sarcasm couldn't translate through the words alone. In face-to-face communication, these misunderstandings are minimized because we can see the nuances that words fail to capture. We can watch how someone reacts to our words, adjust our tone, or add humor with a playful smile or wink. It's a dynamic dance of human interaction that simply doesn't exist in the digital world. The Stoics believed in fully experiencing the moment, in understanding the depth of human interaction. For them, face-to-face communication would be an opportunity to engage with the whole person. Not just their words, but their emotions, their body language, their unspoken thoughts. Digital communication, on the other hand, is one-dimensional. It strips away the layers of human interaction, leaving only the surface. Imagine a conversation where you say something and then wait minutes, hours, or even days for a response. The energy fades, the momentum stalls, and the meaning of your words can get lost in the delay. This is the reality of digital communication. Whether it's a text message or an email, the flow of conversation is often disjointed, fragmented by time and distance. In contrast, face-to-face conversations provide immediate feedback. You can see how your words land in real time, through a nod, a smile, or even a raised eyebrow. This instant feedback allows for smoother communication, where misunderstandings can be quickly corrected and emotions can be expressed without delay. It's a dynamic, flowing interaction that's far more engaging than waiting for a reply in your inbox. For the Stoics, immediate feedback was crucial in understanding the other person's perspective. In a face-to-face conversation, there's no hiding behind screens or carefully crafted messages. Your words, your tone, and your emotions are all laid bare for the other person to witness and respond to. This kind of communication is honest, authentic, and, most importantly, immediate. At the heart of human connection is the ability to be present. To truly connect with someone, we need to be there, in the same space, sharing the same moment. Digital communication, no matter how advanced, will never be able to replicate this sense of presence. The glow of a screen can never replace the warmth of human interaction. When we communicate face-to-face, we are fully engaged with the other person. We can see their emotions, hear the subtle changes in their voice, and respond to their body language. This creates a stronger emotional bond, one that's based on real presence rather than a digital connection. The Stoics would have understood the importance of this emotional connection. They believed that true understanding comes from being present, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally as well. In a world where digital communication often feels cold and impersonal, face-to-face interactions offer a chance to reconnect with the humanity in others. Miscommunication is one of the biggest challenges in digital communication. Without the benefit of tone, facial expressions, and body language, it's easy for messages to be misinterpreted. A simple text message can be taken the wrong way, leading to confusion, frustration, or even conflict. Face-to-face conversations, on the other hand, allow for greater clarity. You can hear the tone of voice, see the other person's expressions, and quickly correct any misunderstandings. This level of nuance is impossible to achieve through digital communication. For the Stoics, clarity in communication was essential. They valued directness and honesty, and face-to-face conversations allowed them to express themselves clearly and effectively. In a world where digital communication often leads to confusion and misunderstandings, the Stoics would have seen face-to-face interactions as a way to minimize miscommunication and foster deeper understanding. When you're talking to someone face-to-face, you're fully engaged in the conversation. There are no distractions, no notifications pulling your attention away, no multitasking. You're there, in the moment, fully present with the other person. In contrast, digital communication often encourages distraction. We send texts while scrolling through social media, reply to emails while watching TV, and jump from one conversation to another without fully engaging in any of them. This lack of focus leads to shallow, fragmented interactions that lack depth and meaning. The Stoics believed in being fully present in every moment. They understood that true connection requires full attention and engagement. Face-to-face conversations allow for this level of focus, creating deeper, more meaningful interactions that simply aren't possible through digital communication. Trust is the foundation of any strong relationship, and face-to-face communication is one of the best ways to build it. When you're physically present with someone, you can make eye contact, read their body language, and get a sense of their sincerity. These nonverbal cues play a crucial role in building trust and rapport, something that's difficult to achieve through digital communication. In a world where much of our communication happens behind screens, the Stoics would remind us of the importance of building real, authentic connections. They would argue that trust is built through presence, honesty, and sincerity, all of which are best conveyed in face-to-face interactions. Conversations are meant to flow naturally, with topics evolving organically and emotions expressed freely. In face-to-face interactions, this flow happens effortlessly. There's a rhythm to the conversation, a spontaneity that allows for humor, emotional expression, and deeper connection. Digital communication, on the other hand, often feels stilted and forced. Messages are carefully crafted, edited, and re-edited, removing the spontaneity and authenticity that make conversations so rich. The Stoics valued the natural flow of conversation. They believed that spontaneity was a sign of being fully present in the moment, and face-to-face interactions allow for this kind of dynamic exchange. In a world where digital communication often feels robotic and scripted, face-to-face conversations offer a chance to reconnect with the spontaneity and flow of natural human interaction. The Stoics understood the power of silence. They believed that sometimes the most profound communication happens without words. In face-to-face conversations, silence can be a powerful tool, an opportunity to reflect, to observe, and to connect on a deeper level. Digital communication, with its constant stream of messages and notifications, leaves little room for silence. There's an expectation to always be on, always responding, always communicating. This constant noise can be overwhelming, leaving little room for reflection or deeper connection. Face-to-face conversations, on the other hand, allow for moments of silence. These pauses create space for deeper thought and reflection, allowing the conversation to unfold naturally and meaningfully. The Stoics would have valued these moments of silence, seeing them as opportunities for deeper connection and understanding. In the digital dark age, where communication is often reduced to fleeting texts and emails, we risk losing something profoundly human. The Stoics remind us that true connection comes not from the frequency of our interactions, but from their depth. Face-to-face communication offers us the chance to engage with others in a way that digital communication simply cannot replicate. It allows for spontaneity, sincerity, trust, and presence, qualities that are essential for building meaningful relationships. As we navigate the complexities of modern life, the Stoic rejection of digital communication serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of true, human connection. By prioritizing face-to-face conversations, we can reclaim the depth, authenticity, and emotional richness that make us human. To practice Stoic communication in a digital world, start by setting boundaries around your digital communication. Limit the time you spend on emails, texts, and social media, and prioritize face-to-face interactions whenever possible. Schedule regular in-person meetings with friends, family, and colleagues, and make an effort to engage fully in these conversations. When face-to-face communication isn't possible, try to incorporate some of its principles into your digital interactions. Use video calls instead of emails, and make an effort to be fully present during these conversations. Avoid multitasking, and give your full attention to the person you're speaking with. Finally, practice the art of silence. In both face-to-face and digital conversations, allow for moments of reflection and pause. Don't feel the need to fill every silence with words. Instead, embrace these moments as opportunities for deeper connection and understanding. By adopting these Stoic principles, you can foster deeper, more meaningful connections in a world that increasingly values speed over depth and convenience over authenticity.